Hello everybody, myself Dr. Khushbu Gulati and welcome to yet another section of Tarot Divinations. So in this section today, we'll be discussing about the Minor Arcanas, okay, which are 56 in number. And before going on to the Minor Arcana section, let me tell you one thing guys. In the previous section, we had discussed the last three set of the Major Arcana cards. That is the Sun, which is ruled by the Leo energy, okay. But I forgot to tell you that which zodiac signs represent the last two remaining Major Arcana cards, okay. So just let me tell you this thing. The Judgment card is ruled by the Scorpio energy, okay, and the last card of the Major Arcana, that is the World, it is ruled by the four fixed signs, okay, of the zodiac. That is the Leo and Taurus, Aquarius and Scorpio, okay, and these are the same four fixed signs which which dominated the Wheel of Fortune card, okay. If you remember, I had discussed about the Wheel of Fortune Major Arcana card in one of our videos. Please go through it and you will see that those four fixed signs, they are the same, okay. The World is also ruled by these four fixed signs only, okay. That is the man here, it is ruled by the it is represented by Aquarius, okay. The eagle here, it is represented by Scorpio. The bull or the calf here, it is represented by the energy of Taurus, and the lion, obviously here, it is represented by the sign of Leo, okay. So these fixed four signs, okay, they dominate both the Wheel of Fortune card as well as the World card, okay. So having said that, now let's move on to our set of the Minor Arcanas for today. And first, I think you are knowing that the Minor Arcanas, they are divided into four suits, okay. The Sword suit, the Pentacle suit, the Cup suit and the Wand suit, okay. So starting in this we'll be discussing about the Sword suit, okay. Now the Sword suit, it is represented by the air energy, Aquarius, Libra and Gemini, okay. Now why it is related to the air energy, the sword suit? Because the sword, it is a very good sword, represents very good communication, okay, or clarity coming in, okay, or great communication or an honest communication coming in, okay. And the air energy people, that is the people who are ruled by the zodiac signs of Libra, Gemini and Aquarius, they have the gift of gab, they are excellent communicators, okay. And moreover, they think, okay, they think rationally, they think logically, okay, and they like to use their brain more, okay, and their feelings, yeah, or their heart, okay, less, okay. Thinking, logical and rational thinking comes for them the first, okay, and they do not like to dwell more on emotions, okay. They do not like to be vulnerable or to show or exhibit much of that emotional energy. They use more of their brains rather than their heart, okay. So that is why the sword suit is related to the air energy, okay. Air means in their head thinking, okay, that's why. So within the sword suit, first of all we will discuss about the four court cards, okay, of the sword suit. Now what are those four court cards? These are king, queen, knight and page, okay. So starting with the king, let us start with the king of swords, okay. Now the king of swords, see, the king of swords, not very emotional, okay, as I have already told you. His face is stern, okay, and he stands in his power, and he standoffish. He speaks truth, okay, he's honest, and he's not afraid to express his thoughts, okay. And he does not care even if somebody likes it or not. He just expresses his thoughts very freely, okay. He's a very free energy, okay. And he stands in his power, He is very confident, okay, and he is this sword in his hand. It denotes great communication. Okay, so he's a very great communicator as well, and the sword can also be used to cut people, places, okay, or things or situations that do not serve his greater good. Okay, that do not benefit him in any way or in any sense. Okay, so the sword, it serves two purposes, like it is a great it acts as a great communicator, as well as it cuts those people, places, things or situations that do not serve the king or any energy for that matter. Okay, any energy which is exhibiting this king of swords energy. And it doesn't matter, it can be a male, it can be a female. Okay, because tarot, it is not gender specific, it is energy specific. I have already told you this thing. Okay, so this is a person who stands in his power. He's very blunt, or he or she, whatever it is. Okay, very much in their power and very standoffish, and they do not care what other people think about their decisions or actions. They have an opinion of their own. They are very strongly opinionated. Okay, and they do not they are not afraid to freely express their opinion to others, even if somebody likes it or not. Okay, and that sword in their hand, it is very communicative, and they're very much wrapped in air energy. And all of these swords, they express air energy. That is the Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, and they stand in their power. They're not afraid of anything or anybody. Okay, they just do what feels, what is right to them. They just do that. They don't think much about anyone, okay, or anybody else for that matter. Then the king uses that sword to communicate, but also to cut things that do not serve them. So that is what the King of Swords is all about. Okay, now going on to his counterpart, the Queen of Swords. Okay, the Queen of Swords, just a minute guys. The King of Swords, it represents basically Aquarius energy. Okay, it is it can be any air sign for that matter. If you are asking about a person or a situation in general, okay, it can be any air sign for that matter, but higher chances are that you are dealing with a person within Aquarius sign, or a person who has Aquarius in any of his sun astri chart or the natal chart. Okay, so moving on to the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords depict Virgo or Libra energy, like mostly Libra. Okay, but sometimes it can be a Virgo also. So this Queen of Swords is the counterpart to the King of Swords. And when these two, Queen of Swords and King of Swords, they come together in any reading, you know that you have a couple, you have a power couple, you have a divine couple. Okay, and you have a couple who has very similar things. Okay, who are like meant to be types. Okay, so this is a divine couple which we are talking about, if these two cards come together in any relationship or a love reading in general. Okay, so the Queen of Swords is equally driven just like the King, and the Queen of Swords uses this sword, okay, very much as a form of clarity, I have already told you, and also communication as well. Okay, so if this card comes in relation to any reading, okay, so it can be that maybe you are getting clarity on something which was not clear before, or you are getting an honest form of communication, okay, from somebody. Okay, and this sword can also be used to cut any person, people, place or situation which is not serving the queen, or to any person in general, whatever it is, male or female. Okay, so the queen can be brought in essentially to cut off certain situations that are not serving her and are not doing any good to her. Okay, and also it can indicate that maybe there is some form of decision that you may need to make, okay, on a particular person, place or thing. okay. And the queen essentially sits in her power as the king, okay. So the queen has very much similar traits as the king of swords, okay, because they both are the air energy and they both are the counterparts, so they have many things in common, okay. So it's queen is an incredible communicator as well, and she also is not afraid to express her opinion. She's also very quick to cut out things that do not serve her, and she is also a very free energy, okay. She's a very free energy, very much similar to that of the king of swords, so that is why they are counterpart. They are a divine couple, okay, and they are a form of match, okay. So I think that is all for today, okay. We have discussed about the power couple, the king of swords and the queen of swords in this video, and I also told about you about the three major arcana cards, like what are they, through which zodiac signs are they represented, okay. So in the next video we'll be discussing about the remaining two court cards, that is the knight of swords and the page of swords, okay. And after that we'll be moving on to the other set of cards in the sword suit only, okay. So guys, please check out my other videos, and do like, share and subscribe my channel, help me grow. And thank you all for your support, and thank you, take care, bye bye.